Good morning. Today we're going to do something a little different. Some guys asked me about how do I rig my setup. So yesterday Susan had a break off on had to be a big old red. There was a channel marker out there, and I think the line got caught up on the channel marker and broke off. So I'm going to reset her up, and hopefully I know I had some guys ask me how do I rig up, or what knots do I use. So let me see if I can show you how we get this done. Okay, she likes the Texas made popping cork. It's pretty light. I prefer the Four Horsemen, but she likes the color. Is preference is what you can see on the water. It doesn't matter to the fish. Right, so I'm going to put on her a Texas made popping cork for her. It's an oval, it's red. We're going to use some fluorocarbon. I'm using 25-pound fluorocarbon, and I'm going to connect the braid to the fluorocarbon with an Alberto knot. People like using jig heads on the bottom of their corks, but we use bullet weights. All right, this is an 1/8 ounce bullet weight, and we're going to go down to a circle hook. It's a 4/0 circle hook. Usually 3/0 circle hook is what we use, but this is what I have right now. So we're going to connect all this, and we're also going to use a breakaway lure link swivel. We use this at the top because when she's done with the popping corks, I want to be able to quickly disconnect and put on a jig head or lure or plastic on for her. Okay, this is Susan's setup right here. Okay, she uses a Falcon Clearwater 7.6 medium. Okay, hopefully that shows up. And her reel is a Shimano Muravel. Okay. So, and I know we're running 15-pound braided line. See, here's her setup right here. I don't know if you can see that, but it is that breakaway swivel and quick lure, 1/8 ounce bullet weight. And right now this looks like a 3/0 circle hook. Okay, then we're going to go to some fluorocarbon up to our popping cork. Her popping cork's beat up, so we're going to go put a new one on there for her. First thing we're going to do, we're going to use that fluorocarbon. We're going to make a loop. Okay. See, there's that loop. All right. Next thing I'm going to do is, from that loop, I'm going to come in from the bottom, pull out enough braid, and I'm going to pinch it. All right. Now I'm going to go around 10 times. Hopefully you can see that 10 times. Now I'm going to go back down 10 times. And the last one, we're going to come back down from where we started, do that loop. Okay, so this one, this end is going to go down through there. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to make sure that everything's pretty much even. Okay, so next thing you're going to do, you're going to start tightening up your twist that you put under. Work it down a little bit by hand. Okay, you see how everything's tightening up? You got to help it a little bit so it doesn't tighten up on you prematurely. Right, so now grab both main line and tag ends and start pulling. All right, now we're going to go main to main. Now let's go tag, braid, main fluorocarbon, See how it's tightening up? See how it's tightening up? And just try to work it with your hands to make sure everything looks nice and tight. Grab both tag and mains on both sides and pull and work it. Right? This knot's a little harder to do, especially when it's windy like now, but I like it. Main. What's this? Hopefully. Alright, and this is your end result. Alright, let me trim. Make sure you trim off your tag end, because I know I've been on the water, it's been windy, wind is howling, and accidentally trim off the main line. Alright, so this right here, you can cut as close as you want. It won't break off. This is the tag end on your fluorocarbon right here. Alright, check it out. This is your end result right here. Nice looking knot right there. Okay, so we're going to go probably about 10 inches and cut it. And this is where I'm going to tie on. Okay, now we're going to put on that swivel and quick disconnect right here. Right, looks like this. Right, we're just going to do a basic clinch knot. Okay, so give it a little. The reason I do this is so that the braided line doesn't get caught up on the, or twisted up on the cork itself. So I'll go around 4 or 5 times, back down the main loop that you created, hold that main loop, and just pull down on it. This knot here, look at that. You see that? Okay. Now just trim the tag off. I leave a little bit, not too much. But this right here, that is your basic fisherman's knot or clinch knot. Okay. From that quick disconnect, we're gonna put her popping cork on here. All right. All you gotta do is put it through this little loop right here, and there you go. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Now I'm going to put her leader line right here, probably about 18 to 20 inches from the bottom of this. We'll do that same clinch knot. Real quick. Run it down to your main loop. This. Check it out. See that? Hopefully it shows up, but good looking knot. All right, let's trim this. Now, it depends how deep you're fishing. That'll tell you how long your leader should be, right? You know, so we usually go, I usually keep hers about 18 to 20 inches, you know, because that's where we usually fish. Fish about 2 foot of water, so you want to keep your bait or your lure suspended right above the grass line or right above the bottom. Right? Like I said, people is preference. People use jig heads, but we use a bullet weight. Why? That's what I like. There's no right or wrong way to do things, you know, but that's what I prefer. That's what I got used to doing. So that's what we do. You know, I know a lot of guides and a lot of other fishermen, they prefer jig heads because it's quick. They can get it done. They can get their customers back out on the water. But I believe it's preference. You know, it's nothing you know, set in stone as far as, you know, this is the right way to do things, you know. The most important is your knots, you know. Make sure you get proficient at tying knots, because you don't want any of your knots to slip out or slip while you're out there on the water, you know, because what happens is, you know, that is the point where your line's going to break. It's going to break at your knot. All right. Now, I know this hook is a little big, but this is what we use. You know, hooks. There's all sorts of different hooks. This is what we use for, but typically it depends on the size of your shrimp. So, you know, you have a normal shrimp, you want to go with a 3/0 or so. But using these quick disconnects, check it out. This is all it takes. You can put it in through here, right? And there, you're set. You're good. All right. I can take this off. Put a jig head, put artificial. See how quick that was? Now you can switch. You want to go back to live, you know, there you are. You're set up. And that is the basic way of setting up a popping cork. This is what we use for our bottom rigs. It's a knocker rig attached to the same Alberto knot to fluorocarbon. And the knocker rig has a 1/4 ounce egg weight attached to our fluorocarbon straight to a circle hook. All right. So I know you guys ask, what do you guys use for a bottom rig? You can use Carolina rig, you know, but we just use a basic knocker rig, you know. If we see any potholes out there, I may reduce the size of the egg weight, and we'll throw some live shrimp or cut bait in there. But the egg weight helps us get our bait out to the different potholes or different areas we want to fish, right? It's pretty simple, pretty good rig. What happens once this hits the bottom, and if you do have live bait, the live bait will kick off, pull some leader line out, and this hopefully stays on the bottom. You know, it's very lightweight, but as soon as you move it, you'll pull that bait closer into your weight, right? And it allows you to come up with it. Once it comes up, the theory is the weight drops, and on the fall, that's usually where you get your hits. That's where your bait will get closer to your weight, and you'll probably get a hit as your bait is falling. Okay, I just wanted to make a quick video on how we rig up. I know a couple guys asked me, you know, what knots to use, how do you rig up your popping cork, you know. So hopefully this video explains some stuff to you. Hopefully it'll make it easier for you guys on the water. One thing that I want everybody to remember is, when you're on the water, regardless of where you're fishing, you're bank fishing, kayak fishing, on a boat, you know, be aware of your surroundings. Watch out for other boaters, kayakers, fishermen. Be safe. Safety is your #1 priority. Make sure that real important is that you are aware of your surroundings, you know. Especially have fun out there. You know, Susan and I go fishing, and all our worries are gone. That's all we think about. We think about the next bite. We think about that drag screaming, you know. But got to be safe, especially have fun. Hopefully this video helped. If you like the video or have questions, please comment. Subscribe, especially, you know, on the analytics it says 85% of my viewers aren't subscribed. Do me a favor, do subscribe. If you have any questions or you'd like to see any specialized content, please let me know, and I'll see what I can do. Tight lines, have fun, be safe, have a good one.